So OctoClean does subcontract some of its contracts in the 2 states that we operate in, outside of the franchise agreement. In order to do this legally in any state, but specifically in California, there has to be a test that's passed. It used to be, what they call the ABC, and now I don't know what it's like, the impossible test.
Yeah.
We cannot subcontract work to anyone unless they have an independent LLC corporation formation of some sort, right? Number one. They also have to be doing work outside of whatever it is that we are assigning to that person. They can't be exclusively doing work for us. And and if it's because
we can't be their only account,
right, correct. They need to be able to show that they are profiting from other contracts outside of whatever it is that we're assigning to them. They have to have the required insurances, and we send over to them what is required, and it needs to be current. So liability, bond, workers' compensation, all of the things that are necessary. They also have to be part of the equation for bidding the location.
Yeah. It's not, it's $5,000 where you take it.
Right. If we go to them and say that we have an account for you and here's what this account is worth, and they have there's no exercise of bidding being done, then
that's not
it's not subcontracting. That's finding, it's circumventing, and any of these
miss something employees.
Misclassified employees, because you're creating. So that's basically what it is, right? And then there has to be a master subcontractor agreement that is signed and executed between the 2 corporations by the officers of those 2 corporations, and then we have to maintain, they have to bill in, invoice in. We have to then submit payment. It's a business-to-business relationship.
Yeah, so you're in essence, to pull it all away from Matt saying, is I'm subcontracting with, I'm OctoClean, Matt's ABC Janitorial, has a janitorial company in Lancaster. I'm not in Lancaster. Hey, Matt, we're looking for a sub out there. Is that something you'd be interested in? Yeah, I'm interested. Go to this building, send me a quote, and we'll see if we can talk.
Right.
That's a sub.
It's
sub. Not, Matt comes in as an employee, and I'm like, hey, Matt, we really don't hire employees. We hire subs.
Correct.
So, but you need to be in an OctoClean uniform. Here's your keys.
You need to be here at this time.
Make sure you start cleaning at 7, and make sure you're out of that building by 12:30.
Right.
Okay? And I'll pay you X amount a month. That is not a subcontractor.
No, that's misclassification of employees.
Yes.
And so, and this is what happens all over the country.
Not just in janitorial.
And not just in janitorial, but it is rampant in this industry.
Yep.
And it's creating, in specific markets that we're in, specifically Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's creating a huge mess in standardization of cleaning practices, and equity to the employees. There's all sorts of concerns, and this isn't something that didn't happen in California. In fact, it did.
That's where they're at now,
and that's why the regulation is in place. The laws are where they are. Are they overreaching a bit? Absolutely. Is the state going a little too far? I think that there are times when I could say yes, but it's not.
But seeing that overreach in, let's say, other areas, like you mentioned Phoenix. When we got into Phoenix, they would just have subs that just would never pay their.
Right.
I would never pay my sub.
Right. So the issue,
sub, it's an employee.
The issue that we have, right, where I'll say that, politically speaking, I think they overreach. The reality, we would never be a predator to employees and pay them 1099 and do the things that you just talked about, like misclassifying employees like that. We wouldn't do that. And so for us, when they're like, well, you have to follow all these steps, I'm like, well, so what? We're already doing this stuff. It's no big deal. But they
really open our eyes, though, in Phoenix.
Right.
It's rampant. If there's no one there saying they can't do it, or, you can't do it, but I'm not going to regulate it.
Right. And this misclassification of employees, so that you can, as a business owner, can control the outgoing expense, right? The payroll cost. You're doing 1099 because you don't want to have to worry about the variables of payroll.
And you don't want to train.
You don't have to worry about workers' comp. You don't have to worry about... So basically what you're doing is you're breaking the law, and you're creating an environment where you're taking advantage of people who usually are those that are in the fringes, right? So you're dealing with like...
They can't afford to hire a lawyer to sue.
Correct. Or don't have the knowledge, or maybe they're even not here legally. And so like, what are you going to do if I don't pay you? You know, so this is a hot button for us because we only subcontract if we can verify all of the things. Are they a legitimate company? Have we checked on the state website that they have a current corporation that's been filed? Do they have other business? We ask for references so we can call some of their clients and get references. Do they have the insurance? Is it up to the level that we expect? And and have they bid it? And is it a fair price? And are we both okay with it? Right? Because you're doing business with another business. You're not doing business so that you can take advantage of employees.
Exactly. And we don't make high profit on that.
No, absolutely not.
Anything.
I mean,
it's more reputation for us. We're going to pick the right company that's going to do a good job, like we would do.